3, 2, 1, go.
Namaskaram. The election fever has finally kicked off, and we are talking about the ICA elections both at the central council level and also the regional council level. More specifically, since we are in southern India, we will be focusing more on candidates contesting from south to the central council and also candidates contesting for the SIRC. So first of all, my hearty congratulations to all the contestants, because I know that this would need a lot of time, energy and efforts even for you to campaign, and even after you get selected, that would take a huge chunk of your regular schedule. So that is a welcome move, and I totally appreciate your initiative of contributing back to the fraternity. Moving on to the more important aspects. So how would you actually start your campaign? For those who have already experienced, you are far more experienced than me, so I have nothing much to say to you all. But there are a category of candidates who are contesting for the first time, even for the central council or for the SIRC as well. So for them, I'm not trying to advise anything, but it is just from the member's perspective. As a member myself, what do I expect from a potential leader or somebody who is trying to drive my institute at a higher level? So for any candidate, irrespective of the election or irrespective of the region, the fundamental and foremost thing is vision. So a leader should have a very good vision which shows his ability to portray the future, or which shows his ability to perceive the future and chalk out a detailed strategy, and it is more about seeing what others cannot see. So that is about the vision. And number two is the drive and the accomplishment. When you're talking about drive, it can be proven by what you have done already. So we are talking about two things here. One is the futuristic perspective, and number two is the past. So for me as a member, I would judge somebody based upon his past, what he has performed in whatever field it is. May it be a member, may it be a practicing chartered accountant, whatever it is, maybe a sitting member also, that's totally fine. But whatever he's in his domain, he needs to prove his credentials there. Now moving on to the future, because since we are in a forward looking and futuristic perspective, he needs to have reasonable understanding of how the changes are gonna hit our own fraternity and the larger economy as a whole. That's the basic understanding. And in this context, this could help a potential candidate both at the central level and also the regional council level. So when you are starting your campaign, one would be your visibility. Visibility, when I'm talking about visibility, let us say there are 24 candidates contesting for central council from the southern region, subject to a couple of withdrawals. So otherwise it will be 23 or 24 candidates. Out of these 24 candidates, 7 candidates are contesting from Chennai, 7 candidates are contesting from Hyderabad, that's 14, and 4 are from Andhra Pradesh, and the rest couple of them are from Bangalore and another 2 from Kerala. So total 24 candidates as of now. So out of these 24 candidates, there will be only 6 candidates who will be selected eventually. So more or less there is a good competition this time. Would be a cutthroat competition, and each and every vote counts, because we are expecting a total pollage of 24,000 to 25,000 votes. So in this junction, every vote remains crucial. So when you're planning a campaign, it has to be very precise and very specific, and it has to appeal to members of all categories, young members, senior citizens, senior practicing members who are aged above 50, and also members in the industry who have little to do with the institute. So you need to take into consideration all the stakeholders. So when you're talking about visibility, email is one of the campaign. Email is not the only campaign. So when you're sending an email, make sure that you categorize them into senior members, young members, teaching fraternity, women members, abroad. There are a lot of categories. So make sure that there is at least one element in the manifesto which will appeal to each of these categories. At the end of the day, when somebody wants to vote for you, he should see or she should see something in you which would be helpful for them eventually. Moving on to the next aspect, it's discoverability. So once you become visible, if people start searching for you, if people wants to know more about you, you have to be discoverable. So how is that possible? There has to be some content, there has to be some literature about you, and which is a good way to present in a form of manifesto or agenda, or probably through your social media campaign. So make sure that you give enough clarity on what you want to do. And number 3 is the credibility. Once you are visible, once you are discoverable, now the final thrust which is needed for the members to vote for you would be a good level of credibility. Okay, he is visible. I know that he is contesting, and I also understand what he is trying to say. I understand his capability. Now, is he credible enough? would he be fulfilling his promises? Does he have the capability to convince other members? So once these 3 layers of visibility, discoverability and credibility, the cycle is complete, there is a good chance that you will be getting the future potential vote. So this is a very basic understanding about starting your campaigning essentials. We'll dig deeper as we go further, and please don't shy away from communicating with the members, because it is the least expected from any contestant to understand what is he up to. And please don't get bogged down by the level of years of experience or the member network which you are existing, because everybody stands a fair chance here. It's all about how well you communicate over the next 50 days. I hope this video is helpful, and if you need any further information or clarity in this regard, please reach out to me. I would be more than happy to help. Namaste.